This class is full of booty work. Round 2 is all about the abs. Right now, we've got 4 exercises to target those glutes. Lay on your belly. And then I want that ball in between your ankles. You should have a good grip on it. All the way flat. Stack your palms. Palms are down. Lower your forehead onto that top palm. And then I want you to lift that right leg up and squeeze it in to the ball. I want you to tuck your tail under, pull your belly button towards your spine, squeeze your booty. You'll feel this on the inside of your thigh on that right side. That left leg stays nice and strong. Beautiful. This time, you're going to squeeze in and lift up. Small movements, but boy, I feel it already. Here we go. Squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift. Good. So you're rolling it through. I really want you to focus on that hip joint and on your glutes, right? So if you tuck that tail in towards the mat and then zip your belly button in towards your spine, you really start to target the glutes. Okay, ball out of the way. You can use your ball or a hand weight in your knee on your left forearm. Knee to elbow, open and lift. Knee to elbow, open and lift. Your left side is rock steady. You're going to start to feel that. Fatigue. So stay nice and strong. Beautiful. The next move, down and up. Keep that right hip open. Squeeze your heel to your bum, whether you're using your weight behind your knee or a ball, heel to booty. Open up that hip. Use your core to stay strong and centered. Right? So you don't want to whip your back out. Press that thigh open, right? Not to the side, but back. Awesome job. We've got the same stuff on that left side. Reach for your ball. It's in between your ankles. You are on your belly. Here we go. Squeeze it in. We're moving quick today. Opposite hand should be stacked. Your elbows are in a straight line. Tail pushes in towards the floor. Belly button lifts away from the mat, right? So now you're going to squeeze and lift up. Squeeze and lift and roll. Squeeze, lift and roll. That right leg is a wall, right? So you're squeezing that ball into that right-legged wall. You'll feel this target the glutes. Long spine. Shoulders are down. Neck is nice and long. All right, let's get rid of that ball. Don't forget, you can always place that ball in your knee pit, or you can reach for a hand weight. Left hand up, right forearm down, knee to elbow. Open up and lift. Knee to elbow. Little lift at the top. Your right leg, your right foot can be pointed, or you can curl those toes under. Sometimes that's a little bit easier to balance. Fourth and final move on this round, down and up. Try not to lean too far into that right forearm. So push into that left hand. Open up that left hip. Shine it to your back wall. Squeeze that heel to glute. Pull in. Good. Go ahead and gaze forward slightly in front of your mat. Now we know what we're working with. You got 10 seconds to get there. Here we go. Squeeze, squeeze. Long legs, long spine, shoulders down, tail in, right? So pull that tail in and under. Lift your belly up. That will help target your glutes. Good. In and up. So you're almost drawing a letter L. Rolling it right up and down. Here we go.
I want you to squeeze that ball the whole time. And then when you pull it in, that's when you squeeze tighter. Squeeze lift. Squeeze lift. Left leg is a wall.
Reach for something in that knee pit. Left forearm is down. Knee to elbow. Little lift. Try to keep that knee as high as you can, maybe knee to shoulder. Instead of lowering it towards the mat and then opening up and lift, try to keep it lifted the whole time. Put some pressure into that right hand. We've got little attitude leg lifts. Here we go. Good. Try to be nice and square on that left elbow and right palm. So really lean into that right hand. Chest is facing the floor. Hip is open, not closed. One more round before moving it to core. Here we go, squeeze.
Opposite hand on top now. Nice and long. Tail is tucked under. Belly is zipped up and in. Make sure all 5 toenails on that left side are facing the floor. Don't allow that turnout. Here comes that L shape. Squeeze it in. Little lift. Little roll up. Try not to release your glutes, right? I want you to stay activated. So you're just squeezing that ball extra tight when you squeeze in and lift up. But you're not completely releasing the ball.
2 more to go. Left knee pit. Right forearm down. Knee to elbow. Maybe that's knee to shoulder. Get some pressure into that left hand so that you are not leaning too far into your right knee and elbow. Where's your neck? Make sure it's nice and long by drawing those shoulders away. 1 move to go. Open up that hip. Squeeze that heel to your booty. Zip up your pants. Draw your belly in towards your spine. Lift that belly button. Tuck it underneath your rib cage. Awesome job. Drop that weight. Take a beat. We're working the core next. In these next 4 exercises, we are working on the core. For the most part, we're going to be in a seated, reclined position with this ball in between our knees. I'm going to show you a couple of options. We can take it down a notch and we can step it up a notch if we need to. If you are regular, you're just in a reclined seated position with that ball in between your knees. If that's too much pressure on your core, go ahead and grab a block, something else squishy, place that ball behind your back, and then your block is what you can focus on squeezing. So that's an option. You can always take it up a notch, holding a weight and adding some extra resistance with your hand weight. First move, feet are together, squeeze that ball, sit up, find a C-shaped curve in your spine, rotate to the right, and you're pulsing. Chest stays lifted, right? So it's not like you want to cave your chest in towards that right shoulder. You want to lift your chest and reach it around that right shoulder. Little pulse. Little twist. Beautiful, sitting all the way up. You can grab a hand weight if you'd like. Arms in front, slightly bent. Chest is lifted. You're going to lean back, rotate to the right, sit back up. Squeeze your ball I only want you to focus on squeezing your ball in order to activate your core. You'll feel your lower abdominal region light up. That's what we're looking for. Belly in. Good. You can keep that weight. You can also ditch it. You can place that block in between your knees, ball for a little bit of support. All I want you to do is squeeze that ball. Squeeze it so much that you feel it in your core. Maybe leaning back onto your hands so you can really start to feel the engagement. And then you can lift up. Chest is up. You're still leaning back. Beautiful. Next option, you're going to continue to squeeze your ball. You're going to lean back and then arms come center. Back squeeze, hold squeeze. A little bit of a modification. Arms up when you sit up. Drop them down when you lean back up. Lean. Up. Lean. If you want to challenge, are you ready? We're going to take this onto the left side. Hips, knees, and ankles are in one straight line, so pull it in. Rotate to the left, twist. Good. Keep that ball engaged. Don't forget you're pulling your heart up and around that left shoulder, not into it. Squeeze that ball. Can you lean back a little bit more? Belly in. Take out weight. Ball is tight. Belly engaged. Sitting up. C-shaped curve. The opposite of a C-shaped curve would be to sit on your sit bones, let your belly out, and your back arch. So if that's happening, this ball needs to move behind for a little extra support. It enforces that curve, that pelvic tilt, which engages the core and protects that back body. Good. Now we're squeezing that ball. Here we go. Squeeze, squeeze. Don't forget you can drop those hands behind your hips. You will absolutely feel that core engagement. Placing your hands in front is a little more challenging. Placing them overhead, much more challenging. Woo. We're continuing that squeeze pulse, but this time we're going to take it back a little bit and sit it up a little bit more. Here we go. Good. Don't forget about that ball squeeze. That will help with your movement, right? Maybe you can go a little bit deeper when you engage that ball. Awesome job. Hip flexors are actually deep core muscles, so you'll totally feel it in your hip flexors. Don't be alarmed. Here we go. Squeeze, squeeze, rotate, twist, lean it back, C-shaped curve in that spine. Pull that heart up and around. One more. Awesome. Option here. Ball behind your back. Sit up, rotate. Ensure those kneecaps face the ceiling. Lift, drop. Pull that right elbow, scoop it down to the side. Awesome. We're squeezing that ball. Good. Lean back, right? That doesn't necessarily mean just with your chest, because you can lean back and have an arch. You got to scoop those hips under. Pull that belly button towards your spine. Lift that belly button up. Tuck it underneath your rib cage. Hoo-wee. Lean back. Scoop under. Option, hands up when you lift up. Lean back. Ball is tight. Don't let those knees flank out. We've got one side to go. How are you feeling? Here we go. Little pulse, little squeeze. Sit up taller in your upper body. Chest is shining towards that back wall. Woo, that one will get me. Options. Block. I feel a little more protected here. I feel like I can get a larger range of motion with that ball as support. Squeezing that block. All right. How are we feeling? Give that ball a tight squeeze. Tempo. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Don't let your chest cave in. Woo. We've got one move to go. Leaning back and then lifting up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze to lift to rise. Good. Chest pulls away from the weight. Chest chases the weight. One little stretch before you leave me. 1 foot in between your hands. And then just drive that hip forward. You really feel that in your hip flexors. If you want to take it up a notch, reach those arms overhead. Take it up a little bit more. You can tilt. Same side. Whatever knee is in front, that's the side you're leaning to. Let's take it on the other side so we can be nice and balanced. My right foot is now in front, pressing that left hip forward. Hips are square, so tuck that right hip under. Lift those arms up for a little bit more. Lean to the right for a little bit more. Awesome job. I will see you next time.